The 1969 Dodge Coronet was available in an array of body styles, including a wagon. This 3-row wagon was even available with the brand's 440 cubic inch engine, which produced almost 400 horsepower. By modern standards, this isn't really that impressive, but for this era, it made the brand's family car a true force to be reckoned with, if you didn't mind having to stop for gas after just a couple of miles. The 1969 Dodge Coronet 440 wagon is reminiscent of times when consumers didn't have to worry too much about emissions or forced induction. It also essentially sets a foundation for what would eventually become the Dodge Magnum, which was the brand's last performance-oriented wagon. Fast wagons are a typically niche proposition that the Germans only seem to be able to pull off, and even then, they don't really sell that well. From the factory, the biggest engine you could fit to the 1969 Dodge Coronet wagon was the brand's 440 7.0-liter Magnum V-eight. As per the manufacturer's claims, this produces 375 horsepower and 490 pound-feet to the rear wheels via your choice of a 3-speed 727 torque flight or heavy-duty 833 4-speed automatic. This was an exceptionally rare configuration for the Coronet wagon range that not many people commissioned when new, so there's no clear indication of how many of these are still in existence today. Based on used listings, it's also apparent that a fair share of original examples have been resto-modded or engine swapped with more modern powertrains, including the modern Hellcat drivetrain. Based on the selective test data currently floating around, it's believed that the Coronet 440 wagon is able to cover a 0 to 60 miles per hour sprint in roughly 6 seconds and a quarter mile in 17 seconds. The Coronet wagon is by no means a compact wagon, even by modern standards. On the exterior front, it measures 208 inches long, 75 inches wide, and 55 inches tall, with a 117-inch wheelbase. It also weighs in at a full 3,968 pounds. For reference, a new Jeep Wagoneer measures 214.7 inches long. Inside, the Coronet wagon accommodates 36.4 inches of headroom and 41.9 inches of legroom at the front, and 35 inches of headroom and 39.4 inches of legroom at the middle. When the rear row of seats are not in use, you get a whopping 84.9 cubic feet of cargo space, which is enough to carry all of your groceries for the month with ease. The EPA did not conduct official fuel consumption testing on any 440-powered Dodge because it wasn't really a factor that was relevant to owners at the time, which is a fact that remains true today. Rough estimates indicate that it will cover as little as 5 to 10 mpg across city, highway, combined cycles, even with conservative driving, which isn't too hard to believe. The 440 engine that appeared in the 1969 Dodge Coronet wagon came from the same engineering family that Chrysler developed to dominate both street and competition use. It features a design that reflects a focused push towards stronger internals and improved airflow at the time. Engineers built a block from high-strength cast iron with deep skirting and thick cylinder walls to handle sustained loads, while applying cross-bolted main bearing caps on key versions to reinforce the lower end. The hemispherical head layout consists of large valves set in aluminum or cast iron heads, depending on specification, and the chamber shape promotes clean mixture motion with wide valve angles that improve breathing at higher engine speeds. A forged steel crankshaft sits on heavy-duty bearings, while forged connection rods and forged aluminum pistons support the stress of extended operation. The induction setup relies on a dual-plane intake manifold that balances runner length for consistent cylinder filling, which the engineers pair with a strong carburetor configuration for reliable fuel delivery under varied throttle demand. A high-capacity mechanical fuel pump and a very heavy-duty ignition distributor ensure stable combustion under load. The valve train features a solid lifter or hydraulic lifter layout, depending on application, with chromoly push rods and strong rocker assemblies to maintain precise timing. Engineers developed the 440 as a sub-halo engine beneath the 426 as a means to demonstrate the automotive group's engineering capability in racing and high-performance road cars without compromising on durability to serve in heavier models when customers require maximum power capability. Its purpose extends beyond outright speed since it helped establish Chrysler as a leader in engine technology through its advanced head design, strong rotating assembly, and cooling passages that handled continuous heat without distortion, which made the engine a sought-after option even in a family-oriented model like the Coronet wagon. This is obviously a reputation that the brand was unable to uphold once the OPEC fuel crisis hit just a couple of years later. 1969 Coronet wagon fitted with a 440 big block carried a modest premium over its base price. Back in 1969, the station wagon MSRP for the Coronet started at about $3,025 for the 4-door wagon in base configuration. According to JD Power, the 440 Magnum was a factory-installed engine option that would have increased the MSRP by $268 over the base powertrain. You could still spec a wide variety of accessories and packages, including air conditioning, power steering, power front disc brakes or heavy-duty drums, heavy-duty suspension, upgraded cooling via a larger radiator and fan. Dodge also made different rear axle ratios, prioritizing towing availability alongside the following optional extras. Full carpeting, better vinyl or cloth upholstery, third row seating, an electric tailgate glass window, rear window defoggers, wood grain trimming, roof racks, tinted glass, AM or AM and FM radios, backup lamps, remote mirrors. On the performance side, you could also have paired the 440 with Dodge's performance axle package or towing package hardware for customers using the wagon as a hauler. Today, a clean and unrestored 1969 Coronet wagon with a factory 440 big block in good original condition can range widely. When comparing this to other 1969 Coronets with 440 engines of varying body styles, you can expect to pay anywhere between $13,000 and $15,000 for well-preserved examples, per recent Hagerty data. They also suggest that 4-station wagons in particularly good shape, especially numbers matching originals, sale comps suggest $30,000 to $40,000, depending on provenance, originality, and how clean the car really is. Let me know what you guys thought of this video, and if you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out my other videos by clicking the links over here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.